What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Parking Lot YouTube channel. Today, we have a really special show of the Offsides Hockey Show because today is a big day that happens every single NHL season. It's the trade deadline. Your favorite players are getting moved left, right, and center. A bunch of people have to sell their houses and go to new places. It is time for the NHL to get a little shakeup. We've already had a couple of big moves happen on this day. A couple of more are still going to go on probably during our show. And a lot of us sitting here on this couch had moves that actually affected our team big time. We'll go over everything. I think first off, how are you guys doing today, just in general?
Good.
You guys doing okay?
Yeah.
We won't address it, but Tanner unfortunately does not have a hockey game to watch tonight, but that's okay. He's here with us. Just, I don't know, waiting for the day to end. I don't fucking know what you do on your off time. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the show today. I hope you guys are having a good day. I think the first thing we gotta do is let's go over probably the biggest name to be traded, this one, before we go over anything else. Taylor Hall. Everybody knows the Buffalo Sabres were in a deep decline. Taylor Hall joined the team saying, I'm there to win a Stanley Cup. And the Buffalo Sabres said, what Stanley Cups? The fuck you talking about? You're coming to Buffalo.
The Patty
He's
Cup
gone.
is what they're going to win.
Taylor Hall's gone. Taylor Hall went to the... Somebody help me out here. All I know is that Taylor Hall was traded.
Bruins.
Where did he go? He went to the Bruins. A team that could actually compete for a Stanley Cup. Like, come on, people. A team that could actually compete for a Stanley Cup. And there you go. So, like, that needed to happen. That just needed to happen. What are you guys' thoughts on that yourselves? I know we don't have too much going on because, like, none of us play the Sabres or the Bruins, so it doesn't care too much. But what do you guys feel about that one?
Boston's getting some major reinforcements now, especially with a few games left.
Exactly. And Boston is, like, slowly on that. They're slowly getting to the end, so they gotta really prove it here.
Where's Boston at currently?
Boston,
what's their spot in the standings?
Right now, Boston is at 4th. They are 4 points ahead. They're 4 points ahead of the New York Rangers of the last playoff spot. So
They got some work to do.
Work to do, and then this is
they're going all in.
This is big money move times. So hopefully they can pull it out.
Taylor Hall should be able to help with that.
He should be able to help with that for that final push, because they're definitely going to need a final push when it comes to that team. But anyway, like there's like okay, so I guess the one thing we should check is like we all know Hall was traded. Who did Hall get traded for? I guess would be just the question. What did Hall get traded for?
I think it was mostly picks.
Was it picks? Let's see if I can find the trade. Well, I mean, Buffalo. We all know Buffalo needs picks.
They're just spending tires at this point.
Okay, let's just go to the trade tracker. Come on, son of a bitch.
Let me see.
I wish NHL would be a lot better on this fucking shit.
It was yesterday too, right?
It was okay, here we go. So Boston Bruins acquired forward Taylor Hall and Curtis Lazar from Buffalo Sabres in exchange for forwarders Anders Bjork and a second-round pick in the 2021 draft. I'm guessing Anders Bjork is probably, like, let's see, is Anders Bjork a young player? He is. He's a rookie. So yeah, this is he's still young. This is his 4th season in the NHL. Like, that makes sense. He's still young. He still has time to build, and they need that.
I got a question. Is Taylor Hall? Oh crap. Since he is is he on a 1-year contract?
Taylor Hall was when he got signed with the Sabres. He was signed to a 1-year contract.
He's probably going to stay there though. I don't see him.
I don't imagine him leaving either.
If he hits the free agent market, is he exempt from the expansion draft?
No, if he's an unrestricted free agent, he could go to wherever he wants.
So then expect the Bruins to sign him to a contract or something.
Yeah, they're gonna try to protect him. Otherwise,
Obviously.
he might be in the expansion draft. Tampa's boosting up their defense. They got a big name.
Oh, so Tampa. Oh yeah, here we go. Tampa Bay
They got
Lightning.
Savard.
They got Savard.
Yeah, they got David Savard
Okay, the
from
one I see
Columbus.
here is Frederick Clayson. They got Frederick Clayson earlier this morning, is what I see.
So
Ducks, Golden Knights. So there's Lightning. Lightning. That was Frederick Clayson. I'm guessing if his name's unhighlighted, he's probably a rookie, probably like a prospect. All right, here we go. David Savard from the Columbus Blue Jackets as part of a 3-team trade with the Detroit Red Wings. Engaged for the Lightning's first-round pick in the 2021 and the third-round pick in the 2022 NHL draft.
Well, they got the
So
Tampa's first round.
Savard got traded for picks to Detroit.
Yeah, the hockey guy explained it the best. They Tampa Bay money laundered David Savard's contract.
very nice.
Ah.
Okay, Joey, let's get this over with.
No, wait. I wanted to ask him about the Avalanche getting Dubnyk.
So okay, yeah, okay. So that's the. I guess when it comes to big trades, then yeah, that's a big one right there.
Okay.
Colorado.
Well,
needed
why
a
do
goalie.
you guys have another goalie?
We did. His name is Pavel Francouz, and he's out for the year apparently, which that sucks because he was a really good goaltender. But
Very
it's
smart
fine.
pickup by the Avs.
Yeah, I like it. Devin Dubnyk is a depth goalie. I believe what we're going to have to do is either, Grubauer is going to be our number 1, Jonas is going to be our number 2, and Dubnyk's going to be our number 3. But depending on how Dubnyk plays, he might go back to number 2, and Jonas might go to number 3 because honestly, Jonas Johansson is a number 3 goaltender. That is his position. That's what he's good at. He's only lost one game in overtime. He's only lost one game in overtime for the Avalanche right now, and he has a 3-0-1 record with us right now. So he's not a terrible goalie. It's just when you have to compare him to our starting goalie, because that's what you have to do, he is nowhere near Grubauer's level at all. But yeah, I like
Grubauer
it.
number 1.
Grubauer's number 1. Grubauer's in the Vezina race, in my opinion. I think the only person who could beat him right now is Valevsky. Valevsky's probably going to win the Vezina.
Giving up 8 goals doesn't look like Vezina winner there, Joey.
No, but he's in the Vezina talk. He's definitely in the race for it. I'm guessing he gets like 2nd or 3rd place.
Was a backup goalie one of your guys' weaknesses? Is this like a necessary pick in your mind?
Yes, absolutely. We backup goaltender is our weakness right now because our backup goaltender is out for the year. He got injured. He got injured in training camp. Pavel Francouz got injured in training camp.
And if you're gonna go all the way, you need to have every single position strong.
And honestly, when you look at Devin Dubnyk and Jonas Johansson can be used as trade material later if we don't need them. Like we probably only get 5th or 6th round picks for them, but at the very least we get picks.
I think they're just leaving. It's just a rental.
They might just be free agents next year, which is fine. That's what happens to goalies, the most underappreciated position in hockey. But yeah, I like the
Joey
pick,
being a goalie.
Yes, that's me being a goalie. And then I like Carl Sonnenberg coming back.
Yeah, so that's another big name trade, and again, it's Colorado doing it, but again, Colorado's going for the cup. Carl Sonnenberg leaving Chicago,
coming back to Colorado. He was a former Avalanche.
That's right. That's right.
That's 2 former Avs we've brought back this year. We brought back Patrick Kameff from our mortal enemy, the Red Wings, for I believe it was a 2nd round pick. I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it was the 2nd round though. And then, or it might have been a 4th.
You guys drafted Carl Soderberg?
No, I know we had we had Carl Soderberg, but we traded for Patrick Kameff from the Detroit Red Wings for a 4th rounder, next year's 4th rounder, I believe.
Yeah. No, you did. I saw that. You guys traded for.
And honestly, personally, the reason why I think we got those guys is so they could have a ring. Yes, we need depth on the blue line and depth on the forwards because we have terrible injury luck. But at the same time, I think it's kind of a Ray Bork situation where we wanted to give them rings. And honestly, personally, I kind of feel the same way, and I know it's not going to happen, but I kind of wish we would have traded for King Henry, because he's injured right now with the heart surgery. He's hopefully going to come back before the end of the playoffs.
Yeah, but he doesn't play. No, but he's not going to play.
He's not gonna play.
He's done for the
not gonna
year.
Play.
He's not. Well, I heard. Oh no!
And not only that, not only is he not going to play, you have requirements that players have to meet to get a Stanley Cup ring. People don't know this. That in every single sport, there are requirements. You cannot just come to the team, play one game, and get a ring. That's not how that works. There's requirements earning a Stanley Cup ring. Hendrick would not get one.
I know in some sports you have to be on the roster before a certain date to even qualify for the playoffs.
Hendrick would not get one. Yeah, I know in hockey to get your name on it, you have to play at least 5 to 10 games regular season, or
I would say if your name's on the cup, you get a ring. I would say those are the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
but King Hendrick wouldn't get one.
Ring or the cup. Some people's names have been scratched off the cup. But that's
that's a different story for another day. If we ever want to do an entire stream on illegal stuff in sports.
The only thing I'm really sad about is not getting Taylor Hall. Oh wow, my phone is dying quickly. I need that. So I'm gonna have to go a little bit earlier than I planned because my phone is about to die. I have my charger, but don't want to risk it. So yeah, but the only thing I'm sad about is not getting Taylor Hall. That's pretty much it, and that's a nitpick. The guy
thought he would get Taylor Hall.
I would have liked to see. I would have liked to see us grab another big name. Maybe trade for Eichel. We definitely have the players to do it.
Eichel's injured right now. He's out. He's done for the season.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. He's injured now, but go through this.
No,
season.
he's leaving. He's leaving.
Obviously,
he's gone the minute the playoffs are over from Buffalo.
Yeah, he's going to Seattle.
There is no way Eichel.
I see that.
Is Eichel a free agent next year or no?
I think
so.
Eichel does not resign.
Eichel does not resign. I bet you Eichel goes to Seattle.
He goes to Seattle.
I could see that.
I'm betting you he either goes to Seattle or goes to the Avalanche. Those are his best two options if he wants a ring.
Honestly,
I see him going to Seattle.
Honestly, not gonna lie, that would be good for Eichel if he goes to Seattle. Brand new team,
because he'll be
brand
the star
new system.
Player.
He'll be the star player. B, he'll probably be the captain.
Yeah.
He'll probably be the best pickup in that expansion draft. Why not? Marc-Andre Fleury was picked up in Vegas' expansion draft. Jack Eichel picked up in the Seattle's expansion draft. But those two
pretty
star
much
players.
Gonna pick him up to get people in the seats.
Well, that's unless Buffalo uses some kind of dark magic to convince him to sign. But
yeah, a gun to his head. That's how they make him sign.
They're gonna use
sell the team, Terry. Sell the team.
Sell the team, Terry. Back
it
up,
some
Terry.
Naruto power shit.
Back it up, Terry.
Yeah, but honestly, and real quick,
yeah,
I honestly do not. I understand where Taylor Hall is coming from, but I do not like his attitude towards Buffalo. I understand you're in a crappy situation, you want to win, but don't make it obvious, because it makes it look like you don't like Buffalo fans at all. I know you don't like the organization, but when somebody asks you, "Oh, would you be down for a trade?" and you say, "Oh, yes, absolutely," without even pausing for a second, that's just kind of disrespectful. Just keep that kind of thing to yourself, please. I know we like seeing brashness from players and coaches, but that just seems disrespectful to the fans who spent a lot of money on your jersey. I was hoping you were going to be in. Right? Am I wrong? I feel like I'm wrong.
You make a good point. No, you make a good point about that.
You
do. I get it. You're in a crappy situation and you want to be traded. If I was playing for Buffalo, if any of us were playing for Buffalo, we'd all want to be traded.
True.
Oh, damn it. My phone died.
Of the NHL.
The Cleveland Browns.
And Joey's gone.
Back then.
Well, but the Cleveland Browns got better. We're still waiting for that come up from the Buffalo Sabres. But that's why I say the Detroit Lions. Everybody thinks that there's going to be a come up, and then there's no come up. But funny enough, I'm going to go, like off topic really quickly, he made a good point because I remember hearing in an interview, everybody thought when Eric Lindros rejected going to Quebec that he just hated the team. Like he was like, oh, he hates the city of Quebec, he hates the Nordiques, he hates the idea of the Nordiques, like all of that. He came on an interview after his career was over and he said, actually, no, I love the team of Quebec. I hated the management. It was either the owner or the GM, one of those two. He fully hated them. He had like a bad experience with them, and just like everything going on. And the interview person asked him, like, if that person was not in management, would you have been the first overall pick for the Quebec Nordiques? And he said yes. He would have played his time in Quebec, and he would have enjoyed it.
Kind of like John Elway.
Joey
when
might
he
not
got
have a
drafted
team.
Joey might not have a team.
It would have been. It's similar to John Elway. You know, he got drafted by the Baltimore Colts at that time, and he said, "No, hell no, I'd rather play baseball."
Yeah. But going off of that, I'm looking through the list.
Panthers got Brandon Montour.
So, actually, no. So, the last biggest name in this trade of some kind was, looking through everything. What else do we got here? I'm trying to go through, like, the trade tracker to find anything. I think, did we already, Eric Stahl was a long time ago, so we're not going to mention that. We already mentioned David Dunick. We already talked about David Savard. Kyle Palmieri? No, I think we're done. I think we really covered. Well, actually, no. So the last person we're covering that's the biggest name to get traded is kind of a classic. Also, Tanner, could you get your earpiece away from your microphone? Thank you. The last thing we're gonna cover, at least the last biggest trade before we cover our own teams, is Nick Foligno is going to Toronto. They needed a big piece, and Toronto gets a veteran forward to hopefully bolster the team. It was a 3-way deal with Toronto, Columbus, and San Jose. Toronto gets Nick Foligno, and they also get a forward from San Jose. And in exchange, they get San Jose gets a first-round pick in 2021 and a fourth-round pick.
Sorry about that, guys.
Or no, Columbus gets the first-round and fourth-round pick. First-round pick in 2021, fourth-round pick in 2022. San Jose gets a fourth-round pick in 2021. And Toronto gets the 2 forwards. Nick Foligno is a good veteran pickup. But the question is Toronto's problem forward? Is that their issue?
I'm just waiting for the collapse so I could die laughing.
Do you think they should have gone for Devin Dubnyk instead of Colorado? Because Freddie Anderson...
Oh, yeah, no, they got to get rid of Anderson. I was going to say, they have a good backup in Jack Campbell. But no, Jack Campbell's a starter now because they don't trust Anderson. So, no, they need somebody to replace Jack Campbell. Toronto has already came out to everybody saying, yeah, no, we're very comfortable with Jack Campbell being our starter. Also, now you guys get to see the veritable difference from me wearing glasses and me not wearing glasses. My face changes a shit ton.
He looks like he's gonna shank us in our sleep.
Well, the Leafs can score. They have Tavares. They have Mitch Marner.
Matthews is a scorer. Matthews.
Yeah, they have Matthews.
Matthews is leading the league.
How many hat tricks? Like Matthews is the goal scorer on that team.
And forwards have a tendency to score. So
this might be a topic we might do for a debate because this might be good. But just like really quickly, just to ask you guys, Tavares, can we call the Tavares trade a bust now, or is it still too soon?
I would maybe the word you're looking for is not bust. Maybe was it a bad trade? Was it a bad investment?
Actually, no. I think it was actually it's a free agent signing. So it's not even a trade.
Yeah, it was a free agent signing.
It was a free agent signing.
Who does Toronto still have on defense? I know they think they still have.
I know Jake Muzzin.
Nedrum Kazi.
I know Jake Muzzin is still.
He went to Toronto via free agent.
Yeah, exactly. I do not want to play to win. Let me view your fucking. Oh my god.
Was it a bad investment? I think that's the word you're looking for.
True. All right, we'll just go player stats and we'll get the roster. Or actually, no, not player stats. Here we go. Team roster. Boom. There we go. Defensemen. So the defensive line is Zach Bogosian, TJ Brody, Travis Dermott, Justin Hall, Ben Hutton. They just traded for Ben Hutton from Anaheim. That was a trade at the trade deadline. Jake Muzzin, Morgan Riley, and Rasmus Sandin. All right, those are the defenders.
They did pick up some on something on defense, but
I don't know. Ben Hutton has been in the league for a long time. I don't know about that one though. I think Ben Hutton favors Anaheim than it does Toronto because Anaheim is in rebuilding. They're trying to get rid of their veterans. I think that was more of a Anaheim getting rid of Ben Hutton than it was Toronto needing a defender.
They couldn't have sent Cam Fowler then?
True. You know what? Good point. Yeah, they could have signed Cam Fowler instead of Ben Hutton. But yeah, no. Toronto, man. They're they're dominating the North right now and they're number one with a shit ton of points, but was it worth it?
Kind of like the Capitals before they won the Cup.
Yeah.
Juggernauts in the regular season, they find a way to choke in the playoffs.
What are we going? Hopefully the meme stays because we've already lost too many memes.
I mean,
yeah, we did.
I mean, think about it. Even Cooper likes laughing at Toronto. So who knows? Yeah. But that's really it. I think Taylor Hall was the biggest one. I think everybody was praying for Eichel to be traded, and then that would have been a big storyline. And Buffalo lost everything. Now Eichel's gone, but just Taylor Hall, which is fine. I guess now let's get on to the big ones. Let's go each team by team about how we're all doing. I think we'll go. Well, let me see. Well, actually, no. I think we're gonna start with Minnesota because what the hell did Minnesota? I don't see Minnesota on here at all.
This is what they did.
Yeah, we pretty much just stayed pat.
Really?
They didn't do anything. I was expecting them to make a move.
And you don't do anything?
I know. I don't know.
Brother. Dude, if anybody could benefit from free agency, it's Minnesota. I take that back. I just realized something. What's your guys' cap hit? What do you guys look at financially? Oh boy, here we go. Capfriendly.com, Minnesota Wild.
Is it bad?
You guys are under $1 million in cap space. So no, you couldn't even sign anyone. The only thing, if you wanted to do anything, I would trade for prospects, but I don't think you guys are going to do that either. Holy shit, how many players are you signing $7 million to? Parise, Matt Zuccarello, Jared Spurgeon, Ryan Suter, and Matt Dumba all getting paid $6 million or over.
Zach Parise.
A year.
You're still paying Zach Parise.
Not only are they still playing Zach Parise, this is a new contract. His contract's not up until 2025. Actually, no, that wasn't a new contract. Was that
that was the original contract? That was the
Parise and Suter got signed to identical 13-year contracts.
No wonder both their contracts. Oh, that's right. No wonder they're both the same amount of money and end at the same year. I forgot about that. That's right.
The good news is that the GM who signed them to the contracts is gone.
That's true.
So is this going to be the equivalent of Bobby Bonilla Day now?
I don't see. No, they're close. No, they're close to ending. I think the Wild. I think the thing is that in hockey, I think a lot of the teams just have their players write it out. I see them playing until 2025, getting their 1,000 game and their silver stick and what have you, and then fucking off to retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they'll get their achievements, they'll get their 1,000 game, they'll record their stats for the Wild and their career history and franchise history, and then they'll fuck off right to retirement.
But hey, kids, we have a Calder contender.
You guys got lucky with a 5th round draft pick from Sweden.
Kirill Kaprizov. So is it Kaprizov or Kaprizov?
Holla, get dollar bill, Kirill Kaprizov.
Because I hear Kaprizov from you, but I hear Kaprizov from or Kaprizov.
Is it Kaprizov?
But I hear Kaprizov a lot. Like, it's like saying Capri Sun.
You know what? We will know when he wins the award.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll know how his name is pronounced, because Gary Bettman, just like every other commissioner, will make sure to not mispronounce someone's name. Which also, the NFL draft, speaking of commissioners, NFL draft is in 2 weeks. Anyway, yeah, so Wild staying silent. I mean, hey, good luck then. You guys are right now sitting pretty in 3rd, but once that playoff time rolls around, ooh, you might get dragged in the mud in the West, not gonna lie.
We know, if the season ended today, do we know potential seeding pairings? Or
if you're number 2, if you're number 3, you're going against the number 2.
Yeah, so it's gonna be obviously, like, you're gonna first play your division. So 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3. The winners will go
within your division first. Within your division first.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah,
You'll
within
do
the division first.
1 through 4 in the division first. So 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3, and then the winner of that, they'll go by record of the regular season, and then they'll make the seeding that way. And then again, 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3, Stanley Cup final.
I thought it was gonna be first 2 rounds in the division, 3rd is like a final 4.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's exactly.
Let me guess, Colorado's in 2nd place.
Colorado's in 2nd, but you guys are in 3rd. Honestly, you don't care about Colorado or Vegas at this point. You're trying to beat everybody else. You're in a battle between St. Louis and Arizona to just survive and make the playoffs. That's your battle right now.
Yeah.
You don't give a shit about Colorado. You don't give a shit about Vegas. They're obviously going to lock up number 1 and number 2, and they got to battle each other out for those picks. You need to fight off St. Louis and Arizona. I keep on saying Phoenix. You got to fight off Arizona and St. Louis for the top, the 3 and the 4th pick. You could care fucking less about California. Oh man.
Speaking of California,
should we get right to it? Okay, cool.
Bye, Jeff Carter.
Yeah. So the Kings, they traded for Jeff Carter. It was conditional 3rd and 4th round pick. I didn't think we're going to get anything out of him anyway. I thought he was just going to take his contract and retire, but I'll take picks. They're conditional, though. A lot of people on Twitter and Instagram either do not get it and think that Carter was a great piece of this team, or they're like, really? All we got was a bag of rocks, when not realizing how much picks matter to a rebuild. So, guys, you don't get it. This is actually a steal because Carter is worth nothing. This is basically the Jack Johnson trade all over again. The Kings were surprised when Pittsburgh signed Jack Johnson. That's shit all over again. We are surprised that Pittsburgh traded for Jeff Carter. But what the funny thing is, and what people, unless you are in the space, unless you're in the LA King space, you don't realize too much about the money and not care too much about the money. But basically, they just took Carter's contract and gave some of it to Alex Iafallo, who's getting paid $4 million a year now for 4 years. Alex Iafallo signed an extension. He was one of the first, when it came to the new wave of Kings, he was one of the first new wave. After those cup runs were over, and when we had a dismal season in 2015, that new wave that started, Alex Iafallo was the first King to be a part of that new wave. And we signed him to a 4-year extension. this is either going to go one of two ways. This extension is either going to be, it's either he is never going to produce and he's going to continue playing the way he does, which he helps out a lot. He plays on the first line a lot, which is kind of weird. And they kept on putting him on the first line, even when we went through a coaching change. He was still playing on the first line with Kopitar and Brown. But he gets some assists there. The only problem is that we expected him to be at speeds. We expected him to be a speedster who can puck handle well, and puck handling was definitely a weakness. So either he develops and this actually becomes a good, nice mid-tier signing where he can play on that first line and be a good support, or this goes dismal. He never turns out to be what it is, and we could have given that money to Quentin Byfield. One of the two is going to happen. Either he does develop, or that money either he develops or that money should have gone to Quentin Byfield. It's one of the two. That's how I see it, at least. I know everybody else sees it completely differently.
Dead air.
But anyways, that's my stick done. We'll now move on to so I guess Florida makes some trades.
Yeah, two trades.
So they made 2 trades. So you want to go over what those were?
Yeah, so we got Brandon Montour to strengthen up the defense in return for a second-round pick to Buffalo, and we got a forward from Calgary, Sam Bennett, in exchange for Emil Heineman and a 2022 second-round draft pick. Bennett is 12 points in 38 games. And just like I said before, we needed to improve the blue line, and that's what Brandon Montour is going to be.
Calgary go on a fire sale this trade deadline?
Let me take a look.
That at this point, that would just make the most sense. They're not winning the core with that. They're not winning the cup with that core.
No, I mean they're 6 points out from from Montreal. But yeah, that was the trade. Those were the trades we did. Like I said, we needed something to improve the blue line, and that's what they did. And they also did a deal with Chicago that we got picks, I think. Let me take a look. Okay, so yeah, so we got So with Chicago, what do we do here with Chicago? Because we sent 2 players to Chicago. Stillman and Conley, Riley Stillman, Henrik Borgstrom, and a 7th-round pick were traded to Chicago from Florida. Panthers receive defenseman Lucas Carlson and Lucas Walmark. So that was another trade we did. So we're just boosting up, whatever we can to make a playoff push.
Are these all basically like death pieces here?
Yeah, these are all death pieces. The only one that was really significant was the Brandon Montour, because he is basically what Aaron Ekblad is, a 2-way defenseman. So like I said, we needed something to improve the blue line.
Yeah.
And a replacement for Ekblad.
That is true.
So, Chris.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Given the trades your team has made, and if you get Aaron Ekblad back, would you say the Panthers are for real? Do you think they can go deep in the playoffs?
Well, the thing is, what they have now, probably we have a little dip on right now. We've allowed way too many goals and not scored enough.
Okay.
Right now we're 3rd, and if the playoffs started now, we would be taking on Tampa.
Okay.
And then if Aaron Ekblad was gonna come back, it would be either the third round or the finals.
Okay.
Not right now. Yeah. So, yeah, I think for us to be real, we have to win a series.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Otherwise, then this was just another. Oh, it's they make it to the first round and they lose. If they want to be real, they have to at least win one series.
Or should at least be looked at as a real team.
Yeah, at least be looked at as a real team. They have to win at least one series. Now, if it's against Tampa, the way we're going, if they beat Tampa in a playoff series, then yeah, they will be legit because they will be beating the Stanley Cup champion.
Champions.
But it's easier said than done.
Right, exactly.
And they reinforced their blue line with who? We just mentioned his name. I forgot his name already.
On tour?
No, the one that Tampa picked up. From Columbus.
That was it a forward?
No, it was a defenseman from Columbus, but I forgot his name already. And we mentioned his name earlier. Happened yesterday, I think.
Oh crap, I don't remember. Damn it. Oh, let me find it.
Savard.
Oh, Dennis Savard, that's right.
David Savard.
Sorry.
Yeah, they got David Savard, so they're reinforcing their blue line.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're fine with Tampa's fine with their offense and goalie. They just need to reinforce the blue line.
Right.
But yeah, if we could win a playoff series, please, then we could be looked at as a legit contender.
I think the next question to ask is, where does this trade deadline rank in terms of like excitement from players who've been dealt and moving? Has this really shooken up the NHL, or is this really not as big of a deal as we think it is?
Average?
Average, because I think Taylor Hall was the biggest move. I think now Buffalo has now gotten rid of those pieces and are now going to officially drop lower and lower. I mean, they had an 18-game losing streak with Taylor Hall and all of those players. Now they're gone.
They've definitely secured their lottery balls.
They definitely have.
So
they're gonna get that number one overall pick, or at least they're gonna get that number one percentage in the lottery pick. Other than that, like I think like everything was just like very minor trades, and also teams trading to like make that final stretch.
Mm-hmm.
With Devin Dubnyk and Nick Foligno, and all these players are all like the final stretch to like of players that could boost them in the playoffs. Because we're getting close to that time. And just another FYI, the playoff format, it's
screwy.
The playoff format is where the top 4 seeds will play in each division will play the teams in their division, and then the winners of the divisions will then go out and play the teams of the other divisions in their own little Final Four sort of bracket style format.
A quarterfinal. It would be a quarterfinal bracket at that point.
But the question is though, is if the NHL will even be able to do this, because Canada still hasn't opened their borders, so we still don't even know if we're gonna have a North Division playing. Like, obviously they're gonna play each other. We still don't know if we're even gonna have a North Division playing.
When the season got extended.
Yeah, because of Vancouver.
Yeah, because we need to have the winner of hockey, the hockey champion is the Stanley Cup. The team with the number 1 overall pick, I have 3 names in mind: Sherman, Abrams, or Patton. Why? Because they're all tanks. So one of them is gonna win that award, the Patton Cup, the Sherman Cup.
Right.
Like, we need to see Vancouver and Ottawa.
Exactly. Yeah, because those two teams. Other than that, anything else you guys want to mention?
NHL kind of dropped the ball this weekend with
Yeah, Chris. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
Chris wanted to mention it. I'm terribly sorry. I forgot about that. Go ahead, Chris. Mention it.
So moment rest in peace, a player of Edmonton.
Mhm.
From what I heard, he died from brain bleeding, and he passed away this week. And the NHL made Edmonton play a game versus Calgary, and they lost 5-0. But everybody from Connor McDavid to fans are just ripping on the NHL. Why did you make them play this game when
Yeah.
they're not even in the right state of mind?
Mindset.
Everybody
Yeah.
said the same thing when the NBA played when Kobe died. And the thing though with that one is that like the NBA, it was very rushed. Like trying to tell the entire league in as they're about to go on the court to, hey, could you please stop playing today? Like they just can't do that. But still, like the team, I think the team could have known. I think like yeah, the NHL. I don't know if the NHL. I don't know the exact story, but I know the team possibly unless the team did do it and the NHL told them no, you guys are full of shit. But I'm pretty sure Edmonton could have said that we cannot play today. That could have been a thing.
Yeah.
I would have to like read up more on the information. I don't know if you. I know. I don't know if like Chris read up on it and know everything about it, but like I'm pretty sure Edmonton could have told the NHL that they're not playing today.
They didn't.
Because they should have they should have told them that,
Yeah.
hey, we're not able to play today. We're not in the prime condition to play.
Oh shit! It was
Here we go. So Connor McDavid blasts the NHL decision. Anyway. Several hours before puck drops, Oilers attendant participated remotely in the service for their player. It's just the players saying their feelings, but where is the actual did the NHL actually say no?
let me see. I have an article here.
Here we go. NHL should be ashamed. Because the team, if the team said no, we're not playing, and the NHL said no, you're gonna play, then that makes sense.
It just talks about the player. It doesn't talk about.
It talks all about Connor McDavid and all the players saying, "I cannot believe we played during this game." Edmonton was really supposed to have the Saturday off, but this game was recently rescheduled for May 7th, so that Hockey Night in Canada would have a second game to show.
Oh God.
Okay, so
Oh,
yeah.
God. Well, of
Okay,
course,
there you go.
It's Calgary versus Edmonton. That's their version of
That's
Red Sox
it's the
and
Battle of Alberta.
Yankees.
The
Battle of Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
So they made them play for TV views.
They're searching for critiques. Yeah, no. So apparently, what makes this move by the NHL all the more offensive is that it continues to manipulate the schedule, leave the locker room. So, and the NHL is telling Vancouver that they need to finish their season. So, people are saying that. There hasn't been a full of. I'm guessing the team doesn't want to go against the league because it's the league. I'm guessing the team doesn't want to come out and say the NHL forced us to play. So this is all speculation. So it's all speculation right now. Everybody's saying that the NHL forced Edmonton to play Calgary due to the fact that Vancouver had to cancel a bunch of their games due to them being dealing with COVID. But yeah, no, just yeah. obviously, like, everybody saw it when the NBA played a game after Kobe passed away. Like, your team's not at 100% when something like that happens. And the game, like, nobody on that day, like, everybody on that day watched the beginning ceremonies, saw their team, give their thoughts and prayers. They do their holding off the clock and letting the clock run out. But other than that, like, you're not watching the game at that point. Like, you don't care about that. The players don't care about that. That day, a lot of players, if like ESPN talked about it, a lot of players in the NBA that day, just basically their points were just like they got like 24 points and 8 rebounds. Like, they were focusing on that day. Nobody was playing to play. This is the same thing here. The Oilers not playing to play at that point. Like, like, this is not going to be a jump for them. It's not going to boost their spirits. Fuck no. They don't want to play. And it's all speculation, so I don't want to fully go, like, I don't want to be the type of person who says, hey, NHL, this is your fault. But, like,
I mean, you've got one team who's safely in a playoff spot, one team who's pretty much out. It's not going to have any fucking effect on the standings. And most importantly, somebody died.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. The only reason why I'm not going full on saying fuck the NHL for doing that is because I still don't know what the results are. We don't know if the NHL actually did tell them to play because they need the TV viewership. I don't know. And we won't know until, like, really, like, we'll never know, honestly. Like, they're going to keep that quiet. But, like, obviously, I feel very sorry for the Edmonton's organization. I hope that I'll keep them in my thoughts, and I pray that they will they'll hopefully that the families will remember his life and everything that has happened with that organization. It's tough. It's tough to go through that. Anything else you want to mention about that, Chris?
No.
Okay.
About that topic, no, I'm good.
Okay. I guess in that case, I guess
2 points behind for the best record in California.
we're seventh. I said we would be better than the Sharks and Ducks, but we'll see. Carter's out, which means that expect somebody to be brought up from the AHL. Somebody is about to have their time to shine in the NHL. I don't think it's going to be Byfield, but we'll see. So it's now somebody's time to shine in the NHL who's been spending all their time in Ontario. So I'm excited about that. That is what I'm excited about. To see a player get brought up who deserves to be brought up. Probably Akil Thomas or maybe Devontae Smith-Pelly. That would be really cool. One of those two players would be awesome to have on the team. We'll see. I'm going to have to go back and look at the Ontario roster, and I would have to see who is in contention to be brought up and who's like next to be promoted. But who knows?
Look at some scores before we get going.
Yeah, okay, fine. So let's take a trip around the NHL before we leave. Flying over the plane around NHL, Coyotes and Avalanche are battling it right now in the Rocky Mountains. Avalanche is up 1-0 with the first period about to close. That's the only game going on at this moment. We got some finals for you though. Red Wings making a big beating on the Carolina Hurricanes. Nobody saw that coming. They win with a score of 3-1. Chicago and Columbus battle in Columbus to the end in overtime. Chicago does get the upper hand though. They win 4-3. Maple Leafs and Canadiens. Probably actually not the score that you were expecting. Canadiens win this game 4-2. Sens and Jets. This is another one you're probably not expecting. The Sens will get the win here over the Jets as they basically have flip-flopping records. Jets 25-14, Sens 14-25. Sens will get the dub here 4-2. and two big games on the docket, both from California. Actually, no, all of them California teams. The Kings will be playing the Golden Knights in LA tonight, and Ducks and Sharks face in a California battle in the northern side. That's what we got going on in the NHL today. So it is going to be interesting to see how these teams do with these new signings. Will Taylor Hall have a bounce back year and not just be a good luck charm for a lottery ball pick? Who knows? Because he's not. If he's in Boston, he is not doing anything well for them for the lottery. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I hope you guys, if you guys did enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. We have some links for you down below to go check out. We have our socials and our Discord server. It's public, and it's a bunch of people who really love talk sports, so please join. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night. See you all later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.